It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
Booby doodly doo 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 doodly doo. Hey everyone, welcome back and come on in. It's your favorite toy guy here. Maybe your only toy guy. Maybe I should call myself FTG for favorite toy guy. What do you think? Is that a good nomenclature? Anyway, welcome back, my friends. Today we have a custom piece. It looks like a production piece. But as always, before we get into it, if it's morning where you're at, kick back in your lazy boy, your Barco lounger, your stool, your diner booth seating. And grab your steaming, delicious, sweltering cup of coffee. Aromatic, the Folgers Instant Grown, the Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Or Sanka decaffeinated. Anyway, if you're focused on paying attention now that you've stirred it, clanked it, adjusted it, and grabbed a breakfast burrito. By the way, if you have a chance, if you have Whole Foods where you're at, there's a breakfast sandwich maker called, I think it's Dixie Mason. So first of all, if you want to support this, it checks off every woke box you could possibly have. POC, female, LGBT plus. So you're supporting that business, number one. Number two, man, she makes, if it's real, if it's not Colonel Sanders, I may have mentioned this before, but man, those sandwiches are delicious. So you get basically like her version of Egg McMuffin or a croissant with sausage, egg, and cheese. But I got to tell you, my favorite is the muffin with the Canadian bacon and the egg. It's just delicious. It's all natural, no crap. I think it's all organic stuff. I think so, but it's definitely all natural. And that's my plug. I think it's Mason Dixie. Every time I go to Whole Foods, I pretty much buy out all the muffin ones. Anyway, if you have your Mason-Dixie McMuffin sandwich now in hand, I actually needed a video. I just finished making the prototype, the ball blower. So I don't even know if you're going to... Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Scratch that. Well, you might see that later on, but... Anyway, so I needed one more video, and I was looking through my open cases, and I said, well, this is a good toy because, first of all, it's custom. To me, this is probably one of the most impressive creations by John Rigg ever. And I believe that he made some of these for Robot Island, and they're just spectacular. 10, too. He made it through 10. Maybe John could elaborate the process of putting the kind of like the lithography, the colors on this stuff. I think they're tin sheets. Maybe somebody manufactured from. I don't know exactly how these were made. But it's a robot that I have a very good history with because back in 2000, which is now almost a quarter of a century ago, at the Sotheby's auction of the Griffith collection, which was really the start of my collecting, 84, the Battery Toys book came out by Brian Moran, and that was essentially the entire Griffith collection. Not the entire Griffith collection. It was actually a portion of it, probably a key portion of it, but that's the first book that really got me hooked into the hobby, other than, when I bought stuff. So, and they didn't even have this in the book, but now it makes me think, like, from when I started collecting till 2000, at 15 or so years, how much else did Griffith collect? That's interesting. I think this was in Boogert's book originally, but anyway, nobody knew the name of this toy. They just called it I'm trying to think, what's the like the Mechanical Man, that there's the wind-up versions of these, and that's what they were calling it. And the box didn't surface till years later. Now there's been a couple. I mean, I know of 2 boxed ones that have surfaced. And it seems like it was a European market toy. But anyway, so I had the one from the Griffith auction in my hands. I was at the preview, and our lovely host did not allow anyone to take pictures of the rear that had lithography on the back of the battery pack, if you will, which was kind of weird, like, what, I don't know, they were trying to keep the mystery of it or something, but to me it was like, it's the big deal, people want to see it. You should just show it because, you want to show the condition anyway. And over the ensuing quarter century, I had a couple opportunities to get that toy, but I just passed because I knew it was monkeyed with, number one, and the condition wasn't the greatest. I'd rather spend for a boxed one down the road if I ever have the opportunity. But in the meantime, John made some of these. I think it was John. I'm pretty sure it was John. I mean, nobody ever said anything to me, but I'm suspecting that, there's very few people that could have pulled off this project, and he comes to mind. So it's a nice filler, and I would keep this regardless. It's also different scale. I think the original one's like a few inches shorter, but that's a copy of the original box. I think I have the box in 3 scales: the original scale, this scale, and I think I even have a bigger one than that. Don't ask me why, but so I love the box art. And the toy is pretty cool. Just the lithography was very complex. And so anyway, so you're looking at what John created, and I think it's absolutely amazing and a good representation. Now, I remember like the back of this, I took pictures of the one at Sotheby's. I snuck a couple of pictures, and it did have a blue battery pack with this kind of like yellow details, and I still to this day can't figure out like what was the big deal. But anyway, so that's the toy, and now this is a 6-figure toy, meaning that the original in today's market is probably on the low end going to be 75 to 100, boxed up to 150. That's my guess. There's not a ton of people that would be bidding on this. Well, I mean, a ton that would bid until it got to a certain point. But anyway, here's the toy operating. You can see it lights up in the chest here. Let me, I don't have my bumpers. I don't know why. Boy, it really shuffles along like it's Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk here. Has a really cool sliding effect. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember what I paid for this thing. You can see the pistons moving in there. It's just really cool. So let's get him off now. I like the little clicking sound. And that is pretty much the reinterpretation of the Electro Man that was sold by Robot Island. If you like customs, you can thumb up the video. And if you haven't subscribed, you can consider subscribing. That would be very cool of you to do. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, I appreciate your time. And with that, my friends, I will talk to you later.